Hello, hi. A warm welcome to you all on this World Arthritis Day. My name is Dr. Sarath. I am Senior Registrar, Department of Rheumatology, Narayana Health City. Today we have with us Dr. Manisha Ashwin Davare, Senior Consultant, Department of Rheumatology, Narayana Health City. Ma'am will be answering few of the queries regarding rheumatoid arthritis or other different types of arthritis on this World Arthritis Day.
Hello all, I am Dr. Manisha Ashwin Davare. I am consultant rheumatologist at Narayana Health City.
So first thing, ma'am, what is arthritis?
Okay, so arthritis in simple term means diseases of the joints. So it can be taken as a misnomer because sometimes any tissue pain like the pain around joints, muscle pain, soft tissue pain, that can be described as arthritis. But to understand for a common person, any disease affecting joint is called as arthritis. Now in different Indian languages it is named as either Vat, Bath, Bai, Gathiyavat, Sandhivat, like that. But whatever name you tell in local language, it should be understood that this is called as arthritis.
Ma'am, what are different types of arthritis?
Okay, so that is very different. That is very important to understand what are the different types of arthritis and when to go to what specialty, because whoever or the people coming to us, patients coming to us, they tell us that we didn't realize in early stage where to go when we had symptoms related to our joints. So there are more than 100 types of arthritis have been identified. So some diseases are specific to the joints. We call it as primary arthritis, and some diseases they are in other system but they manifest or they present to us as a symptom in joints. That is called as secondary arthritis. So primary arthritis, more commoner forms are osteoarthritis, which is also known as wear and tear arthritis or degenerative arthritis, and it is also called as age related arthritis. The second more common inflammatory form of arthritis is rheumatoid arthritis. There are several other forms which we see in our practice: ankylosing spondylitis, psoriatic arthritis, then gouty arthritis or uric acid related arthritis. Then there are several autoimmune diseases like SLE or systemic lupus erythematosus, systemic sclerosis. They can present as arthritis as their initial presentation. There are various infections, like we are coming across with several viral infections, they present as arthritis. Particularly post chikungunya, we are seeing lot of arthritis they are developing after getting chikungunya fever. Now post COVID infection, that also they are presenting as arthritis to us after several months of getting COVID infection. Then certain cancers, malignancies, they also can present as the joint symptoms or frank arthritis. So we need to understand whether we have these symptoms and then go to the particular doctors. Yeah.
Why World Arthritis Day is celebrated?
Yeah. So this is the, that's why we are here today discussing about arthritis. So various national bodies, they came together and decided that arthritis burden is increasing globally rapidly. In India itself, around 15% of public citizens, they are affected with arthritis, either one or the other form of arthritis, and they don't know how to go ahead with it, when to realize the symptoms, when to go to a particular specialty doctor, and what treatment to be taken. So they delay the process to reach the particular doctor, and hence their treatment is also delayed. Till that time the important period of arthritis or damage in the joints would have been happened. It can become more complicated for the treatment to the doctor also. So to make every citizen aware about arthritis, this World Arthritis Day is being celebrated.
Who are the people who are likely to prone for arthritis?
Yeah, so that is very important question to understand for each and everybody. Different type of arthritis, as I have already mentioned, the most commonest is osteoarthritis or age related arthritis, has different risk factors, and inflammatory arthritis like rheumatoid arthritis has different risk factors. Osteoarthritis, as it is understood, it is aging phenomenon, but do all aged people they get arthritis? No. So there are certain risk factors, particularly if you have very strong history of osteoarthritis in family, you are likely to get osteoarthritis at earlier age and more severe form of arthritis can be seen. Second very important factor is obesity. If you are overweight, your weight bearing joint like knee joint, foot joint, hip joint, they are more likely to bear more weight, including the spine, what we call it as spondylosis. They are more likely to happen when you are obese. Then third important factor, if you are deficient with multiple like minerals, calcium, vitamin D, then the pain severity would be more in osteoarthritis. So these all are important factors for osteoarthritis. For rheumatoid factor, the risk factors are little different. Genetic factor plays important role in rheumatoid arthritis also. You are likely to get rheumatoid arthritis more commonly as compared to general public. So it has been seen that even in twins or if the parents had arthritis, you can get arthritis, but of course it is not 100% true. Second, a very important factor again in rheumatoid arthritis is smoking, which is coming in various clinical trials. Various studies have proven that if you are a smoker, your chance of getting developing rheumatoid arthritis as well as getting very aggressive, very damaging disease of the joint. And a third very important factor, smokers, they may not respond to treatment as good as the non-smoker public. Obesity also plays important in rheumatoid arthritis. Actually, in obesity, fat cells are more active. These fat cells are considered as inflammatory cells. They causes more and more inflammation in joints, and hence the damage process is also more in this. Then stress, as we have been found that stress can modify your immune system. It has lot of impact on your immune system. And all these rheumatoid arthritis illness or other inflammatory arthritis, they are immune mediated disease. So when your immune system is not functioning properly, it is likely you are likely at risk of development of disease, as well as when you have acute stress or stressful period, your symptoms of arthritis would also be more. Then less understood factors are if you are suffering from chronic gum disease, what we call it as periodontitis, then also the risk of arthritis development is more. Infections like chikungunya, as I have already mentioned, it makes your immune system more for development of frank arthritis like rheumatoid arthritis. So these are certain risk factors for development of arthritis.
What is role of rheumatologist in management of arthritis?
Okay, so that is also very important question to understand when to come to a rheumatology as a doctor. So let me tell something about rheumatology as a specialty. Rheumatology is nothing but a subspecialty of internal medicine. So post MD medicine, post graduation in medicine, we do rheumatology. So first let me clear the doubts when not to come to a rheumatology doctor. If you obviously have fracture or ligament injuries or accident related any injury of the joint, then probably you should not meet a rheumatology doctor. You can directly go to an orthopedic specialty who are correct people to treat you. Second important thing, if you have pure primary osteoarthritis of the joint like knee joint or spondylosis, and if you have very aggressive damage, obviously your joints are bent and the spine is also lot of damage is there, then in that cases also you can meet a orthopedic doctor. But I will come to certain symptoms which you need to identify, and then you should meet your rheumatologist at the earliest, so that we can give the treatment at the earliest and can prevent the damage in the joint as well as the complications which I would be speaking, that we can avoid those kind of complications. So early treatment, early diagnosis, and can give a better quality of life. So yeah, I'll speak about different diseases more in details. Yeah.
What is rheumatoid arthritis and
Yeah.
how it is treated?
Yeah, so as I was mentioning that certain symptoms needs to be identified. Rheumatoid arthritis is considered as the prototype of all inflammatory arthritis. Inflammation is nothing but the swelling in the tissues. So in arthritis, we get swelling of the tissues in and around the joints. So rheumatoid arthritis, when it should be suspected, like obviously you have pain in multiple joints, not only large joints like knee, ankle, elbow, shoulder, but also small joints of the hands and foot. You get swelling of the joint, you get lot of stiffness, which is particularly seen more in the morning hours when you get up and it is lasting for more than 30 minutes, more than 1 hour. Then you should suspect that you may be having starting of arthritis, and you should meet your doctor at that stage.
What is osteoarthritis and how it is treated?
Okay. So osteoarthritis, as I am frequently mentioning, it is degenerative or aging or wear and tear related arthritis. Like throughout life, our knee joints, our foot joints, they have to bear weight. In that process, some form of damage would be happen on day-to-day basis, and that's why the changes in the cushion of the joints, whatever we call it as cartilage of the joint, that get damaged, and once that get damaged, there will be changes in the bones, and there will be bony enlargements that will be compressing on the nerves and all. That's why the symptom of osteoarthritis comes. So it is particularly the inflammatory part, whatever I told in the rheumatoid arthritis, may not be seen in osteoarthritis. It will be very negligent or this. Hence, the treatment of osteoarthritis is completely different. The complications of osteoarthritis is completely different as compared to rheumatoid arthritis. This differentiation can be done only by a specialist. So whenever you have symptoms, whenever you are in doubt, better to meet your doctor and get it diagnosed correctly and start your treatment. So the treatment part in osteoarthritis particularly is only symptomatic and to slow down the progress of arthritis. The first and foremost important symptomatic is to take painkillers. Now there is also myth about taking painkillers. Some patients are excessively, they have phobia to take painkillers. So even if severe pain is there, they try to avoid, but on the extreme end, we see that patient once started painkiller, they continuously take the painkiller. Ultimately, they land in problem like either kidney damage or liver damage. So that also should not be done. It should be taken for minimum period of time for few days only. The most important point for treatment of osteoarthritis is to start physiotherapy. One point I would like to highlight here, physiotherapy after starting or after getting symptoms is not important. That lifestyle changes you should start when you are in 30s or 40s only. So once your muscles of the thigh is strong, your knees would be strong. So same thing would be once your muscles of the spine, around the spine is strong, you will not get very aggressive form of arthritis. So that particularly physiotherapy exercise part should be a continuous process. It should not be started once you are also having active pain. Okay, so but still at whatever phase of time you can start, physiotherapy is very, very important. Then the patient should, should not stress their joint. Particularly long distance walking when you have already developed osteoarthritis should be avoided. Though cycling, swimming, they are the exercises which can be done for osteoarthritis patient. Osteoarthritis patient should not sit cross-legged because that will again stretch the knee joint, and that will cause more and more damage in the joints. Then of course the supplements like calcium, vitamin D, they have important role in the management. Not only in symptomatic relief, but they also strengthen the bones in arthritis patient. So that's how we manage osteoarthritis patient. And in last stage, if the joint is too much damaged, the only treatment is surgical treatment, which is done by orthopedist doctor as either replacement surgery or minimal corrective surgeries. Like.
Are there any preventive measures for arthritis?
Okay, so I'm just continuously mentioning osteoarthritis. I have told that you should start physiotherapy or exercises quite at early age to prevent or just delay the development of osteoarthritis. The very important factor of rheumatoid arthritis, many people who have their parents suffering or any family members suffering from rheumatoid arthritis, they ask us whether we are at risk. Definitely they are at risk of development of rheumatoid arthritis, but can it be prevented? Yes, like the risk factors need to be identified. Obesity, I have already told, which is reversible problem. If you are obese, definitely you need to reduce your weight so that the inflammation won't be profound and you won't get much damage in the joint. Even if you get rheumatoid arthritis, then smoking is, as I have told, is very essential part. You should quit smoking, not only because your family members have rheumatoid arthritis, but as such, because smoking is understood as risk factors for multiple diseases, for heart diseases, for cancers, and for arthritis also. So better to quit that smoking. In that way, to some extent, definitely you can prevent development of rheumatoid arthritis. Then yeah, for gout arthritis or uric acid arthritis, the patient keeps on asking us how to prevent acute attacks in the or acute episodes of arthritis in gout patient. Diet play a major role. Like particularly high protein diet can excessively form uric acid in which can deposit in the joints and damage joint. So to avoid that, diet is very important. Exercise again plays very important role for gouty arthritis patient. Then adequate intake of water, avoiding alcohol consumption. These are some of the preventive aspects in gouty arthritis patient. You can be, free of arthritis if you follow all that on day-to-day basis.
What are the complications if arthritis is left untreated?
Okay, that is very important factor again to understand. I'll first mention about rheumatoid arthritis. It is considered as chronic autoimmune systemic disease. So, rheumatoid arthritis as such, truly speaking, is a misnomer. It is rheumatoid disease basically. So, it can affect, apart from joint, it can affect other systems in the body. Particularly if left untreated, it can damage your lungs. The problem called as interstitial lung disease or ILD. It can be very difficult to treat in a rheumatoid arthritis patient. But if you treat arthritis properly, rheumatoid arthritis treatment properly is done, not only it can prevent damaging joint, but also it can prevent the involvement of the lung disease also. Then eye complications can be very severe in rheumatoid arthritis patient. Particularly the white part of the eye can get inflamed and it can get damaged also. There can be ulcer formation, there can be loss of vision if arthritis remain untreated. Then also the cardiovascular risk as well as nerves damage is more seen if arthritis is not treated properly. So this kind of complications can be definitely avoidable if the arthritis is diagnosed in the early stage and treated properly with proper medications.